Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, thank you and welcome to another episode of Cold Grits Podcast. I got my boy, my co-host, Dog Fan.
Yo, what up, everybody?
Out of Augusta, Georgia. You in Athens now, right?
No, bro, I actually moved about a couple years ago, man. I'm in Lawrenceville, Georgia now, bro.
Oh, it ain't too far from Athens. That's what, 45 minutes?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. Okay, so you in the middle of Athens and Atlanta,
bro, right in the middle, like 45 either way, bro.
Yeah,
right in the middle.
I don't roll through that. That's the industrial area of that area. There's a lot of industrial plants and stuff over there.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah. But I want to welcome everybody to Cold Grits today. We're gonna talk about the playoffs. Get a little bit of this NFL playoffs, this college playoff. We just had a game last night. Pretty tight game last night too. Crucial. A lot of crucial stuff. I'm starting to think some things, but I don't want to poke no people. You know what I'm saying? I'm starting to think some things from what I saw last night. And the week before. You know what I'm saying? It's like you can do it, but we can't type situation. You know what I'm saying? Like that. We gonna flip. But we ain't gonna get into that. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to step on nobody's toes. We're gonna see how you feel about the MVP race in the NFL. Okay. Which ain't much of a race, but somebody already got 10 steps in front of everybody. So you know what I'm saying? And, a little maybe a little bit of the Fox in things and stuff like that. So with the NFL playoffs going on, we got let me get to my ESPN patch right here very quick. Apologize. So all my information will be coming from ESPN or Fox Sports or anything like that. So if you hear me say anything that may offend you, hey, call ESPN. That's where I got it from. So I'm just gonna let you know, you know what I'm saying, what I'm seeing, what things. So we in the NFL playoffs right now. And computer running slow. Sorry about that. Playoffs. So we got a game tomorrow? 2 games tomorrow. 2 games tomorrow, and 2 games on Sunday, and I think a game on Monday. Right? Yeah. So we got Baltimore and the Pittsburgh Steelers, the Houston Texans and the Los Angeles Chargers. We got the Buffalo Bills and the Denver Broncos, Green Bay Packers and Philadelphia Eagles. And we got 3-4 another game, Washington and Tampa, and then Minnesota and Los Angeles. Oh, they moved the game.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. I apologize. Yeah. So they moved the game. So they moved the Minnesota game from Minnesota to Arizona, I see. Oh, okay. I think somebody said that last night.
Yeah. Yeah, okay. Because all the wildfires going on, right?
Wildfires and stuff going on. Yeah, man. Yeah. That's some crazy stuff, right?
Bro, a big shout out to all them people, man. I hope everybody's safe, bro. Because it's not the fact that it's like wildfires, because they have wildfires all the time. It's the fact that, it's not in the forest, nothing. These are people's homes, people's lives, everything that they've worked for just getting destroyed by act of nature, bro. So a big shout out to them, man. I hope everybody's okay and safe and stuff like that. I know there's already been tragedies going on, so sending a lot of love and thoughts their way, man. That's really tragic what's going on over there.
Yeah, I agree with you on that. Much prayers, things and stuff, and just everybody just keep thinking about those people over there, losing their stuff. Even though we know who those people are, some of those people are, and where those areas are, it's still, because you don't want to say, hey, they got this, because you never know when it's gonna hit you. You know what I'm saying? So bro. always keep that in mind when you see people that got more than you. It may be losing, but remember, that could be you. You know what I'm saying? Bro. That could be you, bro. You know what I'm saying? So just be cautious about that. So my thoughts and prayers go out to those people as well, man. So I hope all things are well with them. And everything, and everybody's safe, you know what I'm saying? I mean humans, animals, pets, everybody will love all that. Get them out of that, everything.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? So, but say, hey, as long as you got life, man, you can always rebuild things back up, man. You know what I'm saying?
True.
So all right, we're gonna talk about these playoffs. First game tomorrow seemed to be the Chargers and the Houston Texans. So at 4:30 tomorrow. How you feel? How you feel about those games,
bro? I feel really good about the Chargers, man. CJ Stroud last year just burst on the scene and everything, and like really made a name for himself.
Right.
But in his sophomore year, it seems like, okay, I don't want anybody to get this misconstrued. I'm not saying that he's bad or anything like that. I'm saying he's come back down to earth. So, like, CJ Stroud is a great quarterback, but you can see his youth in some of his play. I think the Houston Texans is a team that is built to play through every player and not one person to like take over the entire game. The Chargers, Harbaugh has brought new life to their team. Justin Herbert looks amazing. And the crazy thing is you make your quarterback look better with a very strong running game. And when he came in and he built that team to run the ball, everybody was questioning, so what does this mean for Herbert? In actuality, like, it's taking a lot of pressure off of him. So now you have to defend the entire team instead of just a passing game. So I'm looking for this to be a great matchup. But if I had to take a pick and lean one way, I'm leaning with the Chargers because Harbaugh has been consistent and showed that he's really about business. And I like what I'm seeing from the Chargers.
Well, I mean, I agree with some of it.
Okay.
Not all of it.
Okay.
All of it. So I love the way Harbaugh came in and took over that team and made it more of a likable team. Because what I was told by a lot of people from LA, a lot of people from San Diego, a lot of people in those divisions, they've been to Charger games and nobody's there. Like nobody's big. So they fan base ain't what you think it is. You know what I'm saying? But he made it a likable team. For me, I'm always a pound and ground guy when it comes to football. If you can pound ground, hey, I'm gonna enjoy watching you because I know you know how to control the football game. You know what I'm saying? You know what it takes to control a football game. You know what I'm saying? A little pound of ground here, play action, little pass here and there. Like, I'm always with it. You know what I'm saying? But I see CJ Stroud different. Now, I do feel like last year he had got so much praise on where he played that this year he came in with the mindset of, I got this. But then I don't think he caught the realization of you played a whole season where everybody can see what you're able to do. We got film on you now. We got NFL film on you now. So with us having this NFL film on you now, what you saw last year ain't gonna be there this year.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I don't want it to get to the point where I feel like he has to take a step back and watch the game. Because I don't want that. I think he needs to take a step back and watch film.
Okay.
And study some film to make it better. But with the game itself, I feel like CJ Stroud, his personnel wasn't a lot of personnel ain't there because they really didn't facilitate the offensive line. A lot of injuries started happening throughout the season. So it affects a player and they really don't have a really powerful run back. Like Nick Dixon is the guy. He good. But he's a receiving back. He can get out and he's exclusive. He can move like that. But they don't have that boom who can just boom in goal line situations and shit, like stuff like that.
A 1-2 punch.
Yeah. So I'm hoping they do that in the offseason. Take care of that in the offseason. But I got Houston taking this game, bro. I got Houston taking this game only because of the fact of how much does Ezekiel Elliott know of the offense this week, because all they running backs are hurt. And that's when, just like you said, Harbaugh is a run first.
Yeah.
Establish this ground game, and then we'll get the ball in the air. You know what I'm saying? Like that. And when I'm not having that, I feel like that's going to be a factor because Houston defense is good.
Yeah.
They got some hard hitting over there. You know what I'm saying? So they're good. So I'm banking on the defense to hold the Chargers offense. And with Stroud being who he is, hopefully that he can pick, because they both good on the defense side of the ball. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
They're both good on the defense side of the ball. And I feel bad for Harbaugh that he's about to lose a lot of pieces because he don't have the money to keep them.
and I feel that. Okay, but let me offer this thought. Okay. And I think a lot of people miss this. Like, as you progress through football from Little League all the way up to the pros and stuff like that, your football gets more elaborate. You get more schemes, more moving things, more moving parts and stuff like that. But, and I think this escapes a lot of people. If you boil football down to its simplest point, no matter which level you pay it on, football is football. So I hear what you're saying about Zeke having to learn the offense and get acclimated and everything like that. But if you go into it with that mindset that football is football, if you're running right, you're running right. Learning terminology, that's something that he's going to have to do. And since Zeke has been in the league, I feel like he'll be able to pick that up. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and you can pick, especially at running back, bro. You can pick up because you're really
but what have we seen of Zeke this season?
What do you really need from Zeke though? You need 3-4 yards to carry, bro.
3rd and 1.
That's all I need, bro.
That's 4th and goal.
That's all I need. That's all I need. So I say my point is, I think the new addition of Zeke to this offense is not going to be as difficult a hurdle to cover as some people think it would be, because football is football, and then he's playing running back, bro. Are you in pass pro, or which direction you running the ball? That's about it. Like, he doesn't have to know everything. Now, if he was coming in, you know, as a receiver, and you got to learn the different route trees and the full play, yeah. But at running back, I think this could work. And I think one thing that's going to help.
You make it sound so simple, though.
Is it not? Is it not?
Wait, when you got somebody like a Zeke that is a pounder, and he doesn't see a hole when he's supposed to run right.
Yeah, I mean, but you don't think Zeke can improvise?
I'm hoping he does. I mean, the Zeke I saw at Ohio State, the Zeke I saw his first 2 years in Dallas, he can improvise. I don't know what this Zeke can do.
I feel it.
The other day, I don't know what he can do. You know,
Father Time is undefeated, but I really feel like with his experience, because name a more experienced running back that you can get right now. It's not too many, bro. It's a short list.
I really don't know. It's a shorter list. I mean, because they released them and they picked them up real quick.
Exactly, bro.
Real quick.
Exactly. And all you really need to do, and like to my point originally, Harbaugh has made this very simple. Like you said, ground and pound. We're gonna run the ball. Now, the minute that you come up, start loading the box and everything, that's when I'm gonna throw it over your head. But I'm just gonna run the ball, bro. This is basic, rudimentary football, bro. Get the ball, get some yards. 3-4 yards a carry. Come on, man. 3 carries, that's the first down. And we're just going to methodically move down the field, death by 1,000 paper cuts. And eventually, when you start getting into the second half and stuff like that, that's when that wear and tear, the tire of the defense start getting in. That's when you can start breaking the 15, the 20s and stuff like that. And at that point, I think you're good. And I think that bodes better for the Chargers than it does for Houston, because Houston is very young. Dallas Turner is an amazing rusher off the edge, but Dallas Turner having to get hit and run at the entire game, I think that will start to like bring his motor down some. I'm still rolling with the Chargers, but I get your point.
You got Anderson on the other side, though.
I do understand.
Other side, though. I am in my eyes set, you know, and I watch a lot of Houston game. The only Houston game I watched, and I felt like they just basically just said, this shit the brick, is the Baltimore game when they couldn't do shit. Like I was like, ain't no way in the world that one of the lowest defenses in the league is holding you to 2 points. This defense is not that great, bro. What is going on? And then I said to myself, I was like, yeah, they need a new offensive coordinator. That's what I feel like with Houston. I feel like if they get somebody who can use CJ the way he need to be used and do the things that need to be done, and I just feel like there's a lot of injuries on Houston this year. You know what I'm saying? And that affected the game a lot, you know what I'm saying? With a lot of things. So I mean, at the end of the day, somebody gotta win, somebody gotta lose. So
that's it.
Let's go to the next we go hit us to the next game. So we got the Baltimore Ravens and the Steelers.
Okay.
The Pittsburgh Steelers. For me, I'm 100% Ravens on this, but I'm not gonna count out Tomlin. I'm nervous about Tomlin because Tomlin's back in the playoffs. He's back in the playoffs. He has to make a statement. This is a statement for him. But with Baltimore being who they are and they're a home game, and it's like But we done seen it before where it's a home game and they stink the place up.
Yeah.
But I just feel like Lamar has it in his head from all the naysayers from last year. Why you didn't run the ball? Why you didn't run the ball? Why you didn't run the ball? That's your game. What you doing? What you doing? And I think he's like, I'm gonna run the ball. So that's why I feel like the Baltimore Ravens got the thing, because Russell Wilson to me he's good and he's a playoff quarterback. If the game's close, it's gonna think. But if Baltimore can run away with it, it'll be a runaway. But I got Baltimore.
That's my opinion right there. I think Baltimore is going to run away with this. And that's not a slight to Mike Tomlin. I think Mike Tomlin is a great coach. I think the Steelers actually are a really good team. The problem is Baltimore just has too much, bro. Too much. Lamar by himself is a problem. Just a problem because of his dual threat ability. The minute that you think that you got him hemmed up, he finds a way to get out. What was that one play? The last game that Baltimore played, he held the ball 8 seconds and still found Isaiah Likely in the middle of the end zone, bro. Like, that dude is a problem. And then you're gonna marry that with King Henry, bro. At this point, does Lamar need to run? This guy is just toting the rock, man. Like, he's in the conversation for the leading rusher in the NFL, bro. This dude has almost 2,000 yards.
I want to say he like in the top 10 in rushing. Or maybe in the top 15.
Bro.
In rushing.
Derrick Henry is 79 yards away from 2,000 yards.
Yes.
This season. Yes. 79 yards. You're going to put that with Lamar Jackson? I don't care who you are, bro.
And Lamar Jackson ran for 991 yards, bro.
Come on, bro. Like, it's
quarterback, bro. And he's not even the leading rusher on the team.
Come on, bro.
Usually, if a quarterback run 991 yards, like a Cam Newton, like a Michael Vick, like a Randall Cunningham, the running back only ran for 75.
Yes.
Like, no. And he's not the leading rusher?
Yeah.
That's a problem, bro.
The only thing that I feel like gives Pittsburgh a chance is Zay Flowers being out, because Zay Flowers is a reliable target that Lamar Jackson has become very comfortable with. So that leaves your passing game down to some people that really haven't really made a name for themselves, and your tight ends. Now, granted, Mark Andrews, Isaiah Likely, they are great tight ends. But if you cannot run an entire passing game through tight ends, or let me say this, I'm not going to say that you can't. I'm going to say that it is really, really difficult. Really, really difficult, because then you have safeties and linebackers doubling these guys, and your corners are out there on islands because you really don't have to worry about the passing threat. So if Pittsburgh can slow down, you're not going to stop it. But if you can slow down Baltimore's rushing attack, you have a chance at best.
But it's going to take their defense to do it, because if they offense don't score more than 20 something points, they're not gonna. They're
not gonna do it.
They're not gonna do it. That's not gonna do it.
I see this being a low scoring game because Baltimore is gonna have to lean heavily on that running attack. But Baltimore's defense, bro, like you're not. Russell Wilson is a good quarterback. He's a good quarterback, but Najee Harris he's been. I feel like you got to be careful with the words that you say, because there's going to be somebody that get tricky. Be like, Najee Harris is a great running back. He is a really good running back, but he is not.
I gives a shit. I gives a shit of how somebody feels that Najee Harris is this or that. My thing is this: Najee Harris has been in the league for what, 4 years?
It's been longer than that.
4 or 5 years, and I'm just hearing about him this year. The most. Maybe his rookie year on a rushing, but I don't blame him too much, because what they really had there on offense, nothing.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Because if you ain't got no quarterback, man, we're gonna just stack the box. You know what I'm saying? So so now they have decent enough quarterbacks, which, in my mind, but they done got to where they are because they done lost 3 straight.
Yeah,
3 straight with Russell Wilson. I felt like, hey man, it's time for some Fields. You know, what are we doing? You know, that's what I felt like. Like, hey, you know, you don't lost 3 straight, Tomlin. Like, cause see, I'll go ahead and let people know, man. I'm a fan of football. Like, the Carolina Panthers is my team. I'm a Carolina Panthers fan. Laugh at me, joke at me, jump at me. I don't really give a fuck. But I'm a Carolina Panthers fan. Now, I'm a fan to the point where I enjoy watching the sport.
Yeah.
That's where I'm at. I root for the Panthers to win. I root for the Panthers to do good. I don't root for Super Bowls. Only reason I don't root for Super Bowls because we gave our Super Bowl away. So my thing is,
don't get me on
I just watch the game. I just enjoy the game of football. Yeah. So when it comes to people not doing well or thing well, and believe me, I got blood working for the Shield. So I got family working for the Shield. I got people I know work for the Shield. So in my mind, I look at the game as it's fun, man. It's entertainment to me. It's I enjoy the show. I really do. And I'm to the point where I look at players and be like, hey, bro, you got to show me why they paying you that much money. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's where I'm at. Show me why they giving you $200 million, bro. Because if I got to throw 5 interceptions, I need my check, bro. I can get out there and throw 5 interceptions. I need my check. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I feel about it. But to me, Najee Harris he's a real good running back. Like, I don't know if it's the system that doesn't fit him or the offense is just wise in anything, but I think where Russell Wilson or even Justin Fields being back there makes him a better threat. If they go and look at what Philly has done with what they have, Jalen Hurts is a good quarterback. I'm never going to call Jalen Hurts a great quarterback. He's a good quarterback. Okay. He can get in the game and he can do what he needs to do. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like if somebody grabs Justin Fields and does the same thing, say, hey, you're a good quarterback, bro. Not only a good quarterback, you're a great athlete. Now, you're a great athlete.
Yes.
You're a great athlete. Now, I need you to play quarterback, but be an athlete.
Yeah.
That's what I need from somebody like Russell Wilson. When Russell Wilson came in the league, I thought he was the most intelligent quarterback that ever played the game because he never took a lot of hits. Yeah. Every time he came and he saw somebody coming, he drops to the ground. Yeah. It's like, hey, I'm giving myself up. Don't hit me. You know what I'm saying? And I said, damn, this dude is very intelligent. Even reading plays, you can't blitz Russell Wilson a lot. He'll see it. He'll call it. He'll throw whatever space balls or moon balls or whatever he called them passes he throw. But I don't feel like the way the game is moving faster with the defenses being faster, defensive players and stuff being faster, you can't play like you played when you played with Seattle 10 years ago. 10 years ago.
Oh yeah, their game has drastically evolved from that point.
From that point. So you gonna have to stop trying to think about that and say, hey, we need to go, we need to move, we need to get this thing. Not going out there like, oh, I'm gonna have plenty of time. No, you're not. We slinging your offensive linemen out the way. We coming to you. You gotta get this. You gotta get the ball off, bro. And I feel like that's what they don't have, and that's why people started focus back on the run with them. You know what I'm saying? It's like, hey.
I feel that, bro. I feel like now this is just what I saw. When Pittsburgh played Atlanta and they won by a whole bunch of field goals, like that told me that either Justin Fields is not capable of running that offense, which I don't believe, or 2, they envision their offense being ran through a different medium than Justin Fields. And I think that's why when Russell was healthy, they brought him back in. I think Russell is the piece that they want. I don't fully understand the method, the execution of their offense. I think Russell is the way that they want it to go, but they still haven't, for lack of a better way to put it, they don't have an identity. Everybody knows that Pittsburgh is a ground and pound team, and then they're going to hit you over the top. I feel like they're doing it in an antiquated way. Yeah. And that's what's giving them so many
problems. Antiquated. Because everybody in college illiterate like your ass. Man, I ain't even say the word again.
When I say antiquated, I mean the way that football used to be played. Like you said, back in the day with Seattle, it was X, Y, Z, A, B, C. That's how we ran football. But now football is no longer played in the phone booth. Football is played. You got to cover all 52
yes,
for the entire 60 minutes of this game.
Yes.
And the minute that you don't, I'm going to bust you over the head. And I think that's what makes Kansas City such a threat. And that's why they've always been a problem, because they had people like Tyreek Hill, and then even somebody like an Xavier Worthy. He hasn't had the most prolific season this season, but they make you cover everything, bro. And those tight bunch formations that you see from certain teams, and I know the Steelers are fond of them, but those tight formations, they load the box and they put you at a disadvantage from an offensive standpoint. Nowadays,
everybody
football
can run side to side. Everybody can run side to side. So if you thinking about running outside, it's gonna be a problem. If you running inside, everybody's already here. So you better find a gap or a hole and get through. Because if you don't, we pop. So I see that. I see that a lot with the game today. You know what I'm saying?
And I think that's what Todd Monken brought to Baltimore too. He opened everything up, because if you look at it, Derrick Henry is running into situations that are made for him, bro. Because by the time he gets to the second level, he's already built up enough steam. And how many safeties want to hit him?
I literally forgot they snatched him from Georgia.
Yes.
And then I said, no wonder Derrick Henry is running the ball the way he is.
Come on, man.
This is what Georgia is missing.
Come on,
Georgia
bro.
is missing that perspective. Run the game ball, pound ground, put these defensive linemen in there. Then when we get to the second, third quarter, the motherfucker, that nigga still back there. Damn. I mean, I done seen it too much with a lot of teams. I'm not speaking on Georgia just because. I'm speaking on Georgia because growing up in the state of Georgia, that's what I saw.
Yeah.
I saw, I knew for a fact somebody from Georgia that's in that backfield is going to the NFL.
Yeah.
And they're going to shine when they get there.
Yes.
That I knew that. Like, that's something that I knew. I don't care who it was. I always used to say, who they got back there this year? And this year, I wasn't even threatened by by the run game of Georgia.
But this is the thing, though, bro.
I felt that way.
And I'm not knocking that feeling. What I'm saying is, like I said in the onset, if you boil it down, football is simple. No matter what level you play at, football is football. Knowing that, running into a loaded box, and when I say box, for the people that don't know what I'm talking about, it's going from linebacker to the running back, from tackle to tackle. That's the box, okay? So normally, it's 11 people on either side. So normally you have X amount of people in the box, and that can be anywhere from 5 to 8. The higher that number is, the more loaded that box is. Yeah. So if I have 5 linemen and they have to block 8 people, that is a very difficult setup. And I think that's what Todd Monken brought to Baltimore. He took some of those people out of the box. So now I have 5 on 6. I have 5 on 5. And honestly,
with these in the backfield, with these 2 niggas in the backfield.
With these 2 in the backfield. Because the minute that you jump on Derrick Henry, Lamar is running past you. And once he's past you, you might as well stop running. You're not gonna catch him.
Hey man, you might just tell the person, hey man, he coming. Hey, well, you missed him. I know, but I'm telling you, he coming though. I was going after the other guy.
Really, bro?
That's how it's gonna be, bro. Really? That's literally how it's gonna be.
And then with Derrick Henry, if you let him break the line of scrimmage without being touched, stop.
Stop. Stand this dude. Stop. I can't stand Derrick Henry. I can't stand Derrick Henry because of Alabama. But I love Derrick Henry as a running back. I think Derrick Henry is one of the best running backs that ever stepped in the NFL. And I'm glad he's getting the opportunity that he's getting. That it's seen. I mean, I won't say Tennessee didn't want it, but Tennessee wanted more when you had everything. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like Derrick Henry did a great job, made a great decision going to Baltimore, and we seen the proof of it. And I have a friend of mine who came to me and said, Derrick Henry going to Baltimore. And I was like, for what? You don't need him. Then I said, oh shit, hold on. Lamar Jackson. And me being a guy, like, I'm a defensive first type of guy, and I'm like, What am I supposed to do? How you stop this for 4 quarters, bro?
Yes.
For 4 quarters. Now I can get you first quarter. I can scheme, do whatever I need to do first quarter. But 4 quarters? I have to do this for 4 quarters.
Yep. And I think Baltimore has the full package. Tennessee, when he was with the Titans, he did not have a dynamic quarterback and he didn't have a competent passing game. They could throw the ball, but they ran their entire offense through Derrick Henry nonstop. Right. Now he's on an offense where, bro, this whole thing is not on your shoulders. Right. All I need you to do is pick up these yards. That's it. And Beast Mode said it. When you got to hit somebody over and over and over and over and over and over and over, and how many had? Like 20 overs? Eventually, they ain't gonna want to run in that hole no more.
Nope.
So by the time the third quarter hit, you're like, man, I'm tired of hitting this dude, bro. And he's still coming just as fast.
Full speed, bro.
Come on, bro.
Full speed, bro.
Come on, bro.
And that's just a wrecking ball, bro. He just a wrecking ball, bro. Yeah. He just coming, bro. And because you see it, because he carried guys with him.
Yes. That's why I laugh. It was Ryan Clark podcast when they had Derrick Henry on there. And Ryan Clark was like, if me and Derrick Henry met in the hole, Derrick Henry coming down. And everybody in there was like, hold on, what? You mean like head up? And Ryan Clark was like, yeah, head up. Derrick Henry was falling. Like,
I love your confidence, bro. I love your confidence. I really do. All right, I love your confidence, bro. I do. I love your confidence, and I hope you got great life insurance.
Yeah, man, because that's a lot of man to bring down, bro. Derrick, and everybody in the league is good. Everybody in the league is good. Every time that you call somebody in the league sorry, you're comparing them to other superstars in the league.
Yeah,
but to the average person, everybody in the league is good.
Everybody in the league good. Yeah.
And it's not taking anything from it.
I had to correct myself on that because I used to call people sorry, suck, oh, this, that. And then I said, you know what? You made it.
You made it.
You made it. Out of all the people that tried, you made it.
Yes.
So something is good about you. You know what I'm saying? And then I came to the point where maybe it ain't you. It's the system. Bro. Some people just don't fit certain systems. Everything ain't made for everybody, right? Dog. You know what I'm saying? So especially if you come from a zone type of defense and then you go to a defense, you got to play man. And they're like, this ain't what I do.
Perfect example, bro. Perfect example. Jameis Winston. There are some people that love him. There are some people that hate him. And then there's the group that I'm in. I just sit there and laugh at him because you never know what's going to come out of his mouth. Never. But Jameis Winston, when he was in Tampa Bay, was throwing just as many picks as he was touchdowns.
Right.
So there would be a section of people that say he sucks because you're wanting what Lamar is doing this year, 41 touchdowns and 4 interceptions. So they would say the man, sorry, but look at who you compare him to. So that's why I've never been in the boat to say any NFL player sucks. Who are you comparing them to? You comparing them to the best of the best, but that person does not suck, bro.
Right.
Does not suck. Okay, I didn't mean to go off on a tangent, but I just had to put that out there.
All right, you good. So we both got Baltimore in that game. Both got Baltimore. You know what I'm saying? Good luck to the Steelers fans. Okay. So we got the Sunday game, and we got Denver and Buffalo. How you feel about that?
Bo Nix has been a revelation to this team, and the Broncos are playing very, very good football. Josh Allen is playing out of his mind this year. Similar, not the same, similar to the way that Lamar and Baltimore are playing really, really good football. I have an opinion on this MVP thing, but I will say, Josh Allen, you cannot take anything away from this man. 28 touchdowns, 6 picks, 3,700 yards passing, bro. What you can't ask for much more than that, bro. That's an incredible season by any measure, bro. Any measure. And they're playing complementary football. You can't target on one person on their offense, and their defense is allowing them to stay in this game, bro. They 13-4. How can you pick against them? I feel like you feel strongly about something.
I'm just waiting for the pilot to land the plane.
Okay, go ahead, man. Go ahead. I'm done. I'm gonna stop right there. I'm
gonna call out these numbers to you. I'm gonna call out some numbers to you. All right. This is passing yards. 4,319. Touchdowns, 35. Interceptions, 12. Is that a good season?
Run it again. Because I feel like you're trying to make a point. Run it again.
4,319 yards of passing yards.
Okay.
35 touchdowns and 12 interceptions. Is that a good season?
I would say that's a good season.
And they rank 5 in quarterbacks. Now I'm gonna give you these numbers: 3,731 yards, 28 touchdowns, and 6 interceptions. He ranked 14.
That is Josh Allen, right? That is his breakdown.
So he ranked 14, and Sam Darnold is ranked number 5 with 4,319 yards, and he don't get an MVP vote.
I think I don't think MVP has to do with. I don't think MVP has to do with stats this year. I really think there's an agenda with the MVP.
Thank you.
There's an agenda.
See. So that's why I've been trying to get people to consult with me with. Like,
yes,
where are you getting your MVP from? I'm asking people, where you get? Oh, it's the stats. No, dude, I just called him out. I don't see what MVP be deserved at. Now, did he do what he needed to do to get his team the way it needed to do? And he had whoever decided to call the plays to put him in the right position to make him be who he was from what they had there? Yes, he did what he needed to do. He deserved an MVP vote for being the best player on his team to put them in the position to where they needed to be. But far as stats wise, no, bruh. Don't give me stats.
Okay. All right. I'm not a conspiracy theorist. I'm not.
Okay.
I'm really not, because I feel like, now this is my personal opinion. I'm not putting this on anybody else. I feel like conspiracy theories stem from not understanding what the situation is and not understanding the topic. But I said that to say, I think Lamar Jackson is the full package as a quarterback in the vein of a Michael Vick. And what Michael Vick did to the NFL was so egregious to some people that they do not want that to happen again. And I feel like Josh Allen is capable of doing certain things that will give you a different brand of that style of football. And I'm trying to say this as careful as possible. Josh Allen is the closest thing to Lamar Jackson in the league. And I don't want to see Lamar Jackson keep doing what Michael Vick did. So I want to give this to Josh Allen just so I can say, oh, it's not Lamar Jackson. It's not this. He can do it too. I feel like that's what the MVP argument is.
So you look at it as, do that the fact that both can throw the ball well.
Yes.
And both can run well.
Yes.
And both people are the most important piece of their team.
Yes.
That's how you look at it. So when it comes to the comparison of Lamar Jackson, it's those 3 categories. This guy do the same thing that Lamar Jackson doing. A guy said that the other day. A guy, he didn't say it in the terminology that you put it in. He said that you can take Josh Allen and put him on the Ravens and do just as good as you can take Lamar Jackson and put him on the Buffalo Bills. I didn't agree with it.
I don't agree with that.
He was trying to compare, like, they're just as complete, like the closest to the same thing. And I'm thinking to myself, like, I hear that, and just listening to you, what you just said, it's like, okay, this takes stats out of it. This takes stats out of it. That's what that's how you looked at that. Like, let's take stats out of it and look at football players. Yes. Let's look at the football player itself.
Yeah.
Oh, the pocket is crashing in. Josh Allen can get out of that. So Lamar can get out of that. They the same thing. They need to get it here, put it here, and put it. Oh, Josh Allen can do that. And they basically both working with nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Like they don't really have a lot of big names at wide receiver. You know what I'm saying? He got Flowers and he got Cooper. You know what I'm saying? You know, Coleman is trying to make a name for himself, But you know, that hopefully this is when playoff time is when you really make your names.
And then they both have great tight ends too. So
tight ends. Great tight ends. You know what I'm saying? And decent running backs. Well, one has a great running back, one has a good running back. You know what I'm saying?
James Cook is barely over 1,000 yards, but he's over 1,000 yards this year.
If he could just hold on to that ball.
Yeah.
Hold on. And that's what hurts me about him is like, just hold on to the ball. That's it. All you gotta do. Just hold on to it. And I can't see you as a back if I'm concerned about you not protecting that ball. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like he need to call Fox up and say, "Hey, can I talk to Tiki Barber?" You know what I'm saying? Because like I need some carrying help, bro. Like I'm losing this ball. Like I like James Cook as a back. Like he can come out the backfield, he can catch the ball. He's just as fast
out the backfield. Yes.
And you can spread him out. He'll do route running. He got so he's very good. He's like maybe when it comes to this category of backs, because I want to say it in that manner.
Yeah.
You got Christian McCaffrey, Saquon Barkley.
Well,
ain't no particular order.
If McCaffrey is healthy.
If both of them are healthy, because Saquon Barkley showed the same thing now. Saquon Barkley ain't healthy. We ain't getting that Saquon. And James Cook is in that category with them because he can do just as much as they can do as well. He can catch the ball at the backfield and he can run. But like McCaffrey is more of a elusive back. But you can look at Saquon as I'm a power receiving loose. I can basically do most majority of everything. I can take
not anymore. When you start hurdling people backwards, like that, that power tag gone now. You got to be elusive now. You have to be. You're a victim of your own success, bro. If you had to just hurdle him regular, everybody would have left you alone. But you had to do it backwards. Can't be a power back anymore. Yeah, bro.
So. But and then James Cook's in that category. That's the only thing with that. So who you got to win in this game?
I got Buffalo, bro. Buffalo has way too much, and on top of that, I'm sorry, it just comes down to this to me. They do not want Lamar Jackson to get that MVP, so they're gonna do everything they can to make sure that Josh Allen gets it. Because I do not want to change the narrative of what an NFL quarterback is. Josh Allen is the last hope for the NFL to stay in this prototypical lineup.
I'm not gonna say it. I'm gonna keep it clean. I'm for you. It's just for you now. It's just for you. I'm gonna keep it clean. I know where you're going.
That's what I'm saying.
But
that's what I'm saying. I'm saying it while not saying it.
I said this last night. The coach for Notre Dame.
Marcus Freeman.
He who they want. He who will get in line, stay in line, and be in line. That's who we want.
You think so?
I care less yesterday. I knew his birthday was today. Why we had to announce that yesterday on the thing? I care less. I care less that his mama was Asian. I don't know. He's just a strong-faced young man. Look to me. I didn't care if he was Asian. Just looked like he got a strong face. You know what I'm saying? That's it. Yeah, I didn't care that he was like. So to me, it was like, hey, we got one at Alyssa. We got, man, that's just me. That
you think
me.
so?
That's just me. That's just my opinion. Opinions is like assholes. You know what I'm saying? I just don't wipe mine. You know what I'm saying? So
okay.
I'm repeating
that one.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? So
okay. But
that's how I see.
With all of that aside, if we're looking at just football, and this is not to take anything away from the great season that Denver is having, and the way that Bo Nix has really, really elevated his game. Bo Nix looks like a different quarterback from college. Whether he was at Auburn, whether he was at Oregon.
Excuse me for a moment, man. I need a moment.
The man,
he really hurt my feelings. Being an Auburn fan.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
Like, where was that? Where was that?
Yeah, because he went to Oregon and
let me answer me when I say that, because was it the personnel? Was it the you know what was it? Because I mean Stephen Bennett had Mike Bobo and he won a championship.
Okay, hold on. He had Mike Bobo under Todd Monken. Todd Monken was still there. Bobo was giving.
Mike Bobo wasn't calling the calls.
No, that was Todd Monken calling the calls. But this is the thing. I think I feel like
the Mike Bobo, but
not the Mike Bobo.
Not the Mike Bobo. But my thing is, I do watch a lot of games, and if I ever had an opportunity to speak to Mike Bobo, I would tell him, "Hey, bro, stop trying to make something out of nothing. You don't have."
I think Mike Bobo,
what I've seen.
I'm gonna say this. I think Mike Bobo is a brilliant offensive mind. Brilliant offensive mind.
The way y'all use McCarkey, the way Georgia used McCarkey and Bowers the last season, I was sitting there like, bruh. And guess what? And I'm gonna say this because I don't want nobody who knows me to say, "Oh, he ain't say that." I said McCarkey wasn't that good. I said that. You know, me being just watching games. When I watched when I watched his pro day, and I said, I was like this the whole time.
Oh, the boy legit.
And I said, so I called my cousin up and I was like, "Hey, yo, bro." He said, "Oh yeah, he that guy. That guy." And I was like, "I want him in the Carolina." I want him in Carolina.
Yeah. And that's another thing. That's a new revelation for the Chargers as well, man. He has been a reliable target.
Oh my God, bro. He is the new Cooper Kupp, bro.
Come on, man.
He is the new Cooper, if not athletic, more athletic. If not more athletic, bro.
And the great thing about Ladd is a football player. All the prima donna stuff, all the accolades and all that, Ladd wants to play football, bro. And if you get somebody that's super talented like he is, and you let him play football, bro, you got a problem on your hands.
Yeah,
he's a nice problem on your hands.
He's nice, bro. Right. I got love for him now, bro. I got a lot of love for him now. He dang show in my receiver category right now. One of the good receiver categories.
Yes.
For real.
Now, as far as Bo Nix goes, I think Bo Nix was unleashed in Oregon. I think he did not have a whole bunch of stuff to look at, think about, read and stuff like, "Hey, bro, find an open receiver, get the ball to him, do what you do." That's it. That's all I need you to do.
And we gave you everything you need. You have all the speed you need because that's what I felt like kind of hurt him in Auburn was we didn't have a take over the top receiver because Bo Nix has an arm like no other, bro.
Rocket launcher for
when I saw him in the Under Armour game, I said, "Oh, bro,
yeah,
we got quarterback."
Yeah,
but I felt like we should have redshirted him. I did because I felt like we should have built put more weapons around him. Like, hey, we got Bo Nix at Auburn. He gonna be playing next season. Hey, come play for us. You know, this or this, that. You gonna have this. We gonna have all that open, this, that. But I felt like you put him in a system to where it was more about his athleticism than him being actual quarterback. You know what I'm saying? Like that. So when he went to Oregon, he got to use his athleticism and be a quarterback. But he was more of a quarterback when he needed to be. And then he used athleticism when it was needed. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like Sean Payton, when I said, don't let Sean Payton get Bo Nix. Don't let Sean Payton get Bo. I was telling people, if you let Sean Payton get Bo Nix, we gonna have Drew Brees 2.0 in this building, dog. Because he's gonna find a way to get this boy the way he needs to be and put the ball where it needs to go. And Cameron has a great season this season, just with Bo Nix. And That's the only reason why I picked Buffalo over Denver is because of the quarterback experience. But
I can give you that.
But I don't knock Sean Payton. I don't knock
No.
Sean Payton. So if Denver does sneak in my mind, if sneak and win this game, it's because of Sean Payton. Sean Payton has a Super Bowl. The motherfucker on the other side don't. Sean Payton has beaten his coach on the other side many times before. I've told people this. When he coached for the Carolina Panthers, he was getting his ass beaten with the Saints. You know what I'm saying? So he knows who he's coaching against. You know what I'm saying? So I told people, oh, it's gonna be too cold. Denver is cold. It's cold in Denver.
It is very cold. Yeah.
You know, so they're not worried about no cold. And they play outside.
And
with this air, niggas can't breathe up there.
Hey, bro, and I think that's another thing. A lot of people don't give Denver credit for. They're playing in air that's way thinner than what they're going to play in Buffalo, bro. And there's a reason during the offseason that people go to Denver to train so they can build up their lung capacity, bro. So you're playing outside, you're built for this, and then you're playing at 1 o'clock, bro. So the sun is going to be as high as it's going to be. That's even though you're going to have cold weather, that's not going to be the coldest point of the game.
Yeah,
I just think
it'd be different.
I just think Buffalo has too much for Denver to go after. And then on top of that,
defense is good though. Denver defense is solid,
and Buffalo's is not.
They got their points.
They got their point.
They got their little weaknesses here and there, but they do scheme in good enough to do what they need to do
with going against a young quarterback.
But see, that's the only thing about it. This ain't regular season football no more, bro. This is playoffs. We're not out here saying, "Oh, bro, good pass." No, we saying, "On my way. I'm trying to get this check. I'm trying to get this ring. I'm trying to get this win. I'm trying to go through it. You in my way." That's what it is now. All that friendship shit is out the door.
and this I like to call this incentive season. This is when I start getting all my incentives on my contract.
Yeah.
You in my way, all bro. The extra money. Yeah.
You in my way, bro. Yeah, bro. Yeah.
I think it's a good break now.
Yeah. So we got next game: Green Bay and Philadelphia Eagles.
I'm getting early 2000 vibes from Philly. The McNabb T.O. vibes with AJ.
Well, no. Oh, you talking about that team? They're that strong enough. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, but I'm.
You think it's a game they're gonna choke?
I don't think it's a game that's gonna choke, but I'm like, if this is the time that you need your locker room to be as tight as possible, and the point that AJ Brown is disappointed, about the touches that he getting, justifiably. The man is a competitor, and the man is a great receiver. I just think, like I said, I think this is the time that their locker room needs to be as tight as possible. So if they can all get on the same page, I'm going to lean towards Philly. But if they have emotions and opinions on the field while they're playing, Jordan Love and the Packers have more than enough to get past Philly. More than enough.
And the fact that the first game of the season was a close game, you know what I'm saying? And it's like we got film. But at the same time, Philly has improved. So has Green Bay has improved. You know what I'm saying? Green Bay just didn't get over the hump of Detroit. That was the problem. Detroit on a high horse right now. If you can't reach this high, you ain't getting here. You know what I'm saying?
And I love to see it. Detroit ain't never been good in my life, and I'm loving to see this.
God, I'm enjoying it, bro. I'm enjoying it, bro. I'm really enjoying it. Like, and it just see. I mean, in my mind, it's like, how far y'all gonna go?
Yes. And I'm not a Detroit fan, but I'm like, I'm really pulling for y'all, man. I want y'all to get this.
I wanted this season. I picked them to win. I picked them to go to the Super Bowl at the beginning of the season. I did.
Wow.
I picked them to go to the Super Bowl. Go to the Super Bowl because of Dan Campbell, and I just felt like he put that team and got that. Like you just said, the locker room has to come together in the playoffs. Come together in the playoffs, and I think he keeps that locker room together, and they enjoying themselves. And one thing I tell people all the time: if you not enjoying yourself when you playing, you're not gonna win games, bro. You're not gonna win games. If you enjoying yourself, you're gonna win a lot of games.
And Detroit has revitalized Jared Goff's career. And it seems funny to say that because Jared Goff has been a great quarterback and has been to the Super Bowl and everything like that. But the fact that you go to a team that has been written off by basically every NFL fan, and then now this is you guys are going to the playoffs again. Like, bro, Detroit has been something great under Dan Campbell. But I back to Philly and Green Bay. I'm leaning towards Philly if they can play together. If they can play together. That's why I said.
So I'm leaning towards Philly as well. But I do see similarities in both teams with a lot of pieces. Josh Jacobs just as good as a running back as Saquon Barkley is. He can run the ball real well. He can control the game. He's more of a pounder. I'm trying to play in my mind, and I want to say, did Philly play Baltimore this year? No, they haven't had a pound back that they played against this season. They haven't had a back. They had to like get hit with left and right. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of times they stops the run. That's their whole focus. Stopping the run and then putting you in a pass situation because we got Smith on the outside, we got Sweat on the outside, and we can get here. We getting to the passer the way we need to get to. You know what I'm saying? And Carter is controlling the middle. You know what I'm saying? With Carter controlling the middle and Davis controlling the middle, we're good right here. You know what I'm saying? We're good right here. So that's what I feel like. But Philly, Green Bay just has the same amount of talent. They got great corners.
I think Philly is more explosive. I think Philly has more like flash plays. They have more in the vein of this one person can make a play better than your one person. Like if you put Saquon and Josh Jacobs together, they're both incredible backs. The Saquon is going to do something that's like, oh, wow. Josh Jacobs is going to do something like, okay, that was good.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Make that. You hit that hole, you ran this and that, but Saquon gonna hit that hole. The linebacker gonna be sitting there, and the linebacker still gonna be sitting there. And Saquon gonna be 15 up the yard, 15 up the yard. Versus you gonna be fighting with the linebacker, trying to get upfield.
Exactly.
I got you.
If you blink, you miss me. If you don't blink, you still miss me.
Yeah, because I feel like the Eagles got more depth in secondary than Green Bay does. They have more depth in secondary because if they take somebody out, they got somebody else already they can plug in. You know what I'm saying? So it's not a mismatch when we bring somebody else in because somebody got hurt. So that's what I feel about Philly. So I feel like Philly going to take that game easily.
I agree.
So let's move over to Washington Commanders and Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Another team that has been just brought back to life from the grave, but this time not by a coach, by a quarterback. Jaden Daniels has done what people thought he could do, but he's done it in a way that like you're really actually doing it. Because when you draft somebody, when you bring them out of college and stuff like that, you're drafting them because of their potential and what you see, but it doesn't always translate on the field. It's more so like there's a learning curve. You got to figure this out. You're going to make bumps and bruises and you're going to make mistakes and stuff like that. Jaden Daniels is like, nah, bro, I'm just doing the same thing I did in college. I just have different colors on.
What I take from Jaden Daniels is them looking at Lamar Jackson and saw what Baltimore did and saying, hey, no. He can play wide receiver, but he's actually a quarterback. Yeah. Let's build this around him. Yeah. Around his skills. Not what we want him to do. What he already able to do. You know what I'm saying? So we can do it that way. We can win a lot of games. And them getting the offensive coordinator that they got in the offseason and then picking him up, I said, oh, they fine. Because he's a spread it out offensive coordinator. Like, he's going to be a better offensive coordinator than he will be a head coach. And some coaches, and I'm never going to tell nobody not to chase the bag. Always chase the bag. If you can get some money, go get it. But some people just better coordinated than they are head coaches. I feel like, and then maybe could be the organizations. It maybe can be the organizations, and it may could be what level you at. Because in college, you was the man. You was a man in college. You didn't win a lot of championships and stuff, or win any championships, but you were the man. You put product on the field that made us say, "Hey, that boy is good." Baker Mayfield, Spencer Rattler, Kyler Murray. You know what I'm saying? Like you did a lot. You know what I'm saying? So it's there. Yeah. It's there. So
the problem that I have with Baltimore, when you look at people like not Baltimore, with the Commanders, when you look at people that are at the top of the league right now, you look at the Phillies, if you look at Baltimore, if you look at Buffalo, you're looking at these teams, they all have very dynamic quarterbacks, but they also have very good running games to match that. Jayden Daniels is the leading passer and the leading rusher on the Commanders. To me, that is a problem.
That's a problem.
Because that Lamar has King Henry, Josh Allen has James Cook, Jalen Hurts has Saquon. They have that alter ego. They have that second component of the offense that stops you from keying on this one person.
Right.
Jayden Daniels is that one person. Now, Terry McLaurin, great receiver, but he's out wide. Jayden Daniels has to get him the ball. That defense, the Tampa Bay's defense, I think that bodes well for them. As good of a player as Jayden Daniels is, he is that offense.
I said this the other day. I just don't want to see a repeat of RG3. I don't want you going out there. I want you to play your game. I just don't want this to go, because this is where we ended at. You know what I'm saying? Which we had an opportunity of him not playing, but he said they consisted him to play, but and then he said, other things. But at the same time, I just hope it's just not that. But I am happy to see that this guy is doing what he's doing in the league, because I had questions in college and I was like, well, he might not pan out. But when they put what they put together for him, and I said, all you need now is a solid running back, bro.
That's it. And they have Brian Robinson. They have a good running back.
Yeah.
It's just I don't know if it's the amount of opportunities that Jayden Daniels creates or the amount of opportunities that he has. But the man has 148 carries for 891 yards. That come on, bro. That's Lamar Jackson level talent, but Lamar Jackson also has the experience to not get hit, and he has a running back. Is Brian Robinson going to be able to step up and really be the running threat for this team and allow Jayden Daniels to improvise, or is Jayden Daniels going to have to be the running tack? And Brian Robinson comes in and as a spell, possibly.
And he has to do more. Robinson has to do more. And it's maybe because I don't know. It could be because of the offensive scheme, bro. It might not be affecting Robinson need thing. Maybe he's not, because Robinson come from a pound and ground offense, bro. You know what I'm saying? He comes from a pound and ground offense. So and they spreading the ball out right now. So he might not be that, read option, type back. You might have to find somebody else that can actually do that, and then build schemes around to Robinson to say, hey, we're gonna get some tight ends, we're gonna stack the box up, we're gonna get some power runs in here, because goal line is important. You know what I'm saying? And he's done well in the goal line. The goal line is important. So you know what I'm saying? You can't, and I don't mind it, but I don't like it sometimes when you're 7 yards from the 1 yard line or 5 yards from the 1 yard line. And it's like, why? Like, get on the center. And at the same time, I don't really, a lot of quarterbacks are not prepared to play under center as they are.
It's a lost art.
Yeah, it is. But that made sense. That made sense to me when my homeboy told me about JJ McCarron, because I didn't feel like JJ McCarron should have been a first round pick, but he's the only quarterback in the draft that's pro ready. And then I was like, wow, he said he's the only one that snaps on the center. And I was like, whoa.
I think a lot of those Alabama quarterbacks benefited from the people that are around them.
Right.
And it has such a negative connotation, but they are system quarterbacks. They fit that system perfectly. Right. Not saying that AJ McCarron was not a good quarterback. It's just he drastically benefited from that system.
Right.
The same thing with Matt Leinart when they were at USC, when USC was at the top of it. Like he was the perfect fit for that system.
And what upsets me in that situation is why are ESPN and certain sports network highlighting, and you know this, and there's so much talent out there that can actually go play in the league and actually are good in the league, can go in the league and play in the league, that you won't highlight because he's not playing at USC, he's not playing at Ohio State, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, that dude is talented quarterback, you know what I'm saying? Like, the reason I watched CJ Stroud his last 2 seasons at Ohio State. It was only one game that when I crowned him one of the best quarterbacks that ever played in the game, and that's when he played Georgia.
Yep.
And I said, he never backed down. This motherfucker never backed down. He never folded. He kept the motherfucker. Even though he lost his piece that he needed in that game with Marvin Harrison went out. And I said, he's still fighting. He's not fighting. And that's why I give him that credit. And then when it comes to a lot of other quarterbacks in the league, I got to look at you and I'll be like, But then when I actually see you play, and I'll be like, I was right. And then I go, damn, I was wrong. You were pretty good. And that's why I look at Bo Nix. I can't watch Bo Nix play in NFL, bro. I can't watch him. It hurts my feelings, bro. It does. Even when I turn on ESPN and watch highlights, I'm like,
I can feel that, bro. I can feel that, man.
Really?
And
really?
To your point, man. CJ Stroud against Georgia, bro. Like, the man brought out a different facet of his game, man. He had never really been in that dual threat vein. But that game, that boy was actually pulling the ball and taking off, man. And giving Georgia fits. The boy showed he was a complete package. Everything that you need or could want me to do, I can do it. And I think Jayden Daniels, to get to the point, Jayden Daniels is the complete package, but Jayden Daniels has to have some other pieces to complement what he does. And I think that's it
for a long time.
That's it.
We want to see him for a long time.
That's it. And I'm not mad
because they have a receiver for him. Like, a lot of times we get quarterbacks like Jayden Daniels, and we don't get receivers like McLaurin.
You don't get those guys. And then another part of this too is Jamison Crowder going to be available? Because I know he's listed as questionable right now. Is he going to be? Because he'll help take some of those pressure off, some of the double off. Yeah. If Washington can play a complete game, they have a chance. Tampa Bay has the benefit of Baker Mayfield playing like he has a chip on his shoulder and having a full team around him. I really feel like
they are rooting for him, bro.
Yes,
they're rooting for him, bro. And if you go back to Cleveland, you had his beginning of the moments, and the fact that he wasn't getting them to the promised land or getting away to be, then they started questioning what he did. But since he's been at Tampa, bro, they embraced him, bro. Like, bro, embraced him, and it's like they want to play for him, with him, period, bro.
Yes. And to his credit, he's given them something to root for. Right. 4,500 yards, 41 touchdowns, 16 interceptions is a little high for me. I don't like that many interceptions. But if you look at the product on the field, the man is not really a detriment to the team. He's extending plays with his leg. I'm not gonna go that far.
Come on now, look at the way he throw the ball now. He just be slinging like, and he got him like this. I tell people, if Mike Evans on that field and Baker Mayfield in the back, cancel your game, bro. It's not gonna happen. It's gonna be a problem for you today. And Baker Mayfield sling that ball, bro. He can sling it.
He is, but Brett Favre was a different kind of gunslinger. Brett Favre was like one of those old West gunslingers. Baker Mayfield, to me, leans more to the side of those dual threat quarterbacks. Now, he's thrown the ball a lot more this year, but if you look at him in college and everything like that, he came up in the same mold, not the same player, the same mold as the Josh Allens, as the Kyler Murrays, as the Jalen Hurts,
and
lesser version of a Lamar
he
Jackson.
was another quarterback that I started respecting after one game.
It's funny it's funny how everybody gets credit after they play Georgia.
But at the same time, though, bro, I look at people and who they play in the college games. Like, I said last week when Riley Leonard played Georgia, I said he ain't backing down. He ain't back. He's not the factor, but he ain't backing down. He said, "Hey, we can still get this." He still had the attitude to keep going. I was like, he'll be a great game manager in the league.
Okay, I'm glad you brought it up because I have a strong opinion about that. Riley Leonard is not a bad quarterback by any stretch of the imagination, but Riley Leonard is not a prolific passer as a quarterback. He's more of that dual threat with an emphasis on the running part. It's drop back passing. That's not his game. He's more of an improviser. Georgia has some drops, and they've had issue with drops this entire season.
Yeah.
If Georgia doesn't drop some of those passes, it causes Riley Leonard to throw the ball more, which does not bode well for him and Notre Dame. That's my point.
It made sense because I kept saying to myself, and they were down by 10. I said, they still running this ball. And I said, oh, you know what? It's still a game. You still got time. You just stay. As long as it ain't 20, 10, 2, 3, 4 touchdowns, then we good. Like that. So it makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. That made a lot of sense, bro.
Because if you look in the first half, Georgia was actually controlling the line of scrimmage, resetting the line of scrimmage, and it was slowing down that running game.
Yeah, it was back and forth at the beginning, and I thought, I said, oh man, if Georgia can keep this where it's at right now and just get a little bit of these catches, especially that wide open damn deep post that dude dropped. But I ain't gonna say nothing.
I'm saying, if you change those, and some of those are actually caught. The one that Arian Smith caught when the player ran into the ref on the sideline,
right?
Which I thought was supposed to be a warning, but they automatically tacked the 15 off.
They touched.
They did touch.
They did touch. And I said to myself, I hope this doesn't cost them the game, because
that one
scoring point, they was in scoring position, and it cost them the score. That's what I felt like. So I felt like from that moment alone made Georgia not able to say, damn, and then I don't know. I hope my man good.
No, I think he's fine, bro. I don't think one play made that game either way. Yeah. That one play, because you're still on the 25, bro. You're right outside the red zone. Yeah, I think if Georgia could capitalize on some of those plays that changed the dynamic of the game, where Riley Leonard cannot sit back there and just run. You have to throw the ball, and then you don't know what happens if you force him to sit in the pocket and throw the ball. Now, you're gonna have to show me that you can beat me with your arm, not just your arms and your legs.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So we're gonna get on the what we got? Minnesota and St. Louis Rams.
I'm gonna let you go first on this one.
All right. I mean, I'm looking at the Vikings. I'm more questionable of the quarterback play, but I just think the Vikings got a better chance of winning because of what they have. And the Rams has been hot the last few weeks. They just been up and down the last few games, but they've been hot. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And if it has to come down to what quarterback has the ball last, if Matthew Stafford has the ball last, Rams can take this. But I still feel like just only reason I can look at the Rams and say the Rams can probably take this game is because of Matthew Stafford. And they have more of a veteran quarterback play than the Viking does, because nobody on the Vikings quarterback staff has been in the playoffs. Nobody. Okay. Well, No. Daniel Jones was in the playoffs 1 year, wasn't he?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So.
Okay, I will say this. I'm gonna say one name. One name.
Go ahead.
Justin Jefferson. Either one of us can play quarterback for him. He makes quarterbacks better. You draft receivers and you draft quarterbacks. You're like, okay, this quarterback can make my receivers better. Justin Jefferson makes quarterbacks better. Because if you put the ball in the air, it's his. It's his. Matthew Stafford is a great quarterback. Puka Nacua, Cooper Kupp, and all those guys. Sean McVay has an amazing attack. Justin Jefferson is a game changer. The only thing that has me concerned about Minnesota is the fact that Aaron Jones is questionable and Ty Chandler is questionable.
What because they need the running.
I don't know what it. I think it's like his quads or something like that. I don't know for sure. But him being
play through that, I would say you can play through that. But
not at running back.
That's where I'm at. Because I'm thinking to myself, like, if your quad is, I'm just gonna be honest with you. I mean, if I'm on the defense side of the ball and I know your quad ain't what it's supposed to be, I know where I'm wrapping you up at.
Come through this hole if you want to.
You know what I'm saying? Like
warm tackles all day.
Yes. All day long. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. That may be a little questionable too, right there. But I still think just the fact that Minnesota is playing well, last few games they played besides things, but they've been a little slacky on offense lately. But I think they got a chance.
And then another thing too, man, LA doesn't have home field advantage. And it's a sad instance going on that no, LA doesn't, because the game is in Arizona now, so that takes away their home field advantage. You know, and it's for an awful reason, a terrible, tragic reason.
And you got to go to your opponent's stadium.
Yeah,
they rooting for you to lose, bro. I'm telling y'all been fast. Hey, Ram, y'all better bring y'all bag, lunch, everything, bro. Because when I heard the story about Jordan going to a restaurant and then the next day he's sick, like they poisoned that man. They was trying to make that man sick, though he don't play in Utah, bro. In Utah, so if I'm the Rams, I'm in Arizona, I'm not eating chicken, nothing. I ain't want to eat nothing. Because you got to think about it. We won a playoff game in your stadium.
But that bodes well for Minnesota because now you're both away teams. Technically, even though LA,
it makes everything even. It makes everything even. I didn't think about that with them changing the location. Component. Yeah, that's a major component. And then you got to worry about the Arizona fans rooting for the Minnesota fans, because if they come out there, they rooting for Minnesota, bro. They don't want y'all in here winning.
Home field advantage does make a difference.
Oh yes, especially in the playoffs.
It does make a difference
in the playoffs.
Yes,
especially in the playoffs.
Yes,
you gotta have your X and O's together in the playoffs, baby.
Yes,
gotta have your X and O's together.
It's going to be loud and crazy in there,
dude. This playoff game is $100.
You surprised by that?
Yeah.
I'm not surprised by it. I'm not surprised by that.
They got moved, so that's probably why.
And then on top of that, man, this is a primetime game too.
Yeah, and Monday night. Monday night. Yeah, you know. So we got all our picks and everything out the way for the NFL playoffs. Okay. Now we're gonna look at this. We're gonna get back to this MVP race. You know what I'm saying? MVP race. Even though we're gonna touch a little bit on it. We don't think it is, but you know, media thinks different. I'm all right. Let me clear some stuff up. I think Josh Allen deserves to be in the NFL because of how he plays the position at quarterback. I feel like the Buffalo Bills executive office did what they needed to do to get the pieces they needed to put around Josh Allen to make Josh Allen a better quarterback. I'm talking from coaching to offensive to coordinators to everything that's been needed. He's been thanked. As far as thing I always ask people, why is Josh Allen such a good quarterback when he's just a mobile quarterback? No. When Josh Allen first came in the league, all he did was run. He didn't throw the ball a lot. He ran a whole lot. And I felt like no one was saying, hey, he's not going to last long. They would say, wow. That's all I kept hearing from people. Wow. But when I saw Michael Vick come in the league, he keep running like that, he ain't going to last long. When I saw RG3 come in the league, he keep running like that, he ain't going to last long. Like, so my question is, like, how are we comparing Josh Allen as a quarterback in the NFL if we're not looking at everything? Because I told people, I said, if you look at Josh Allen, Bill, the way he plays and what he does, he's no different than Cam Newton. He's no different than Cam Newton, bro. Only thing different from him and Cam Newton is what? Skin color, bro. That's it.
I never thought about that comparison, bro.
He's no different than Cam Newton, bro.
I've never thought about that comparison. Like, I want to argue, but I really can't find.
If you run a quarterback reads and all this stuff, who he remind you of? So guess what? Let's move Cam and talk about Josh. Hold on. Yeah. I'm sorry, though. I'm sorry, bro. But I'm trying to let people know, bro. You got to pay attention. You know, it's you know what I'm saying? So they putting it in your face, bro. But I'm trying to tell people, like, I mean, I can look at a lot of things and say, because, like, to me right now, Patrick Mahomes is the best quarterback in the NFL, hands down, to me. In my opinion, as far as the best quarterback in the NFL. He is the face of that shield right now. Face of that shield right now. And Taylor Swift is his co-star with Travis.
Thank you. Okay. All right. You know what? I agree now. I agree now. Yeah. It's like it's not Patrick Mahomes. It's Patrick Mahomes, Taylor Swift, and Travis Kelce.
Co-star.
Okay. Yes. I give you that. I give you that.
So that's the face of the NFL.
I really can't argue with the Josh Allen Cam Newton thing.
Dude, you're not the only one in the world. Because every time I tell somebody this, I'm letting them know, dude, you're not. You can't convince me that he isn't. But think about it. Where did the coach come from? Who did he coach? Who did he coach under? Who he was around? Where did the offensive coordinator come from?
All right. When you put it like that.
I've told many Carolina Panthers fans, if you want to see your team win, go watch Buffalo. If you want to see the Carolina Panthers win, go watch the Buffalo Bills, bro. That was everybody's on that staff was on our 2015 staff, bro.
You ever get mad when somebody
besides Joe Brady?
Joe Brady. I feel like there are a lot of things in the world that you can argue, but like when somebody presents something to you and you're like, oh, I really don't have an argument back for that. I don't have an argument back.
And if anybody got any else thing to say, it prove me, just show me the proof that you have that he's different. That's it. You know what I'm saying? And my thing is, Josh Allen started coming on this high horse, and Cam Newton started getting pushed right on out the league, bro. We already got what we need. We already got the Cam Newton we need.
Don't do that.
We just don't have the dab, the shuffle, and the dancing and stuff. That's it. You know what I'm saying? Because before Cam Newton got pushed out the league, dude, he was about to become the face.
He was the face.
You, dude, I'm telling you, man. Little kids love Cam Newton. You got quarterbacks coming in the league. Who's the quarterback that came in the league and said, "Hey, no, man, I admire my game after Cam. Cam was my guy. Like Cam was the guy." You know what I'm saying?
The whole Superman reveal thing. Come on, bro. Don't, because you're feeding the narrative in my mind, and I really don't want this narrative to be true. But like all signs are pointing to it being true. And it is.
And you ain't no conspiracy theorist.
I'm not. I'm not, bro.
No. So
I'm not.
I'm just saying. I mean, and I just try to tell people that, like, I didn't know knock to Josh Allen, bro. No knock to Josh Allen. I just tell people, if when you gonna give Josh Allen all that credit, go give Cam Newton the same thing, bro. Give Cam Newton the same. Give Cam Newton his flowers that he paved the way for a player like Josh Allen to be what he is. He paved the way for that to be like that, bro. But do that. Cam had all his little, I guess, the controversy he had with the league or whatever was going on. I don't know what he had personally with the league, anything like that, because he seemed to be working for ESPN now. So I just felt like they pushed him out and highlighted Josh Allen because I'm getting the same product. I watched the Buffalo Bills play a lot of games, bro, and I started saying, I was like, dude, when you gonna give me a second read? You snap the ball and just look left and you ain't even look right. You just started running, bro. What are you doing? And then I started noticing this year, I was like, hold up. You throwing the ball out your hand. That play was designed for you to put the ball there. Oh, they know you can't read it. They gonna read it for you and just tell you where to put the ball. Or the 6. Or the 8. I believe Joe Brady is sitting up there in the offensive coordinator booth, looking down and saying, X. Hit X. Hit square. LB.
You know what? Okay. I will say this. All right. So the microphone cuts off for 15 seconds. But I think that, like, hey, they call a play, whatever the long astronomical name is, and then they're telling him, hey, look over here. Make sure you're checking for this route. Even if you look off, check for this route.
And he in the MVP conversation. And this is the quarterback we're getting.
But it's to serve a purpose, though, bro. Not to take anything away from Josh Allen, because the man is having an incredible season.
Incredible season, he is.
I personally feel like it is a means to an end. Because if Lamar Jackson wins that MVP again, if he wins it again, you will not be able to change the way that the NFL is perceived ever again. Lamar Jackson will immediately, in my opinion, jump Patrick Mahomes.
He would have to.
He would.
He would have to. He would have. He would have to. He would literally have to.
And it's not.
It's that the only thing you would have people arguing with you about is how many rings on whose finger. That's the only thing you will have the argument with.
That's all. I'm not even worried about that.
Cowboy fan asking me how many Super Bowls I won. That's how it is. Like, I feel like the Panthers have been a better team than the Cowboys since they got in the league. But we've been to 2 Super Bowls. They ain't been to none since they've been to their last one. The last one they've been to is when we showed up.
and you ain't been to none. So I don't have a problem with that.
So it's just the rings, you know what I'm saying? But as far as the face of the league and who's the man and who's this, he's doing it. It's the Tom Brady and Peyton Manning argument. Peyton Manning was some people. Peyton Manning was a better quarterback than Tom Brady, but Tom Brady had rings.
I do get that. And at the end of the day, it comes down to wins and losses. But I think it's more than that with Lamar. I think it's not necessarily. A lot of it has to do with what he's doing on the field, but I think some of it is what he's doing off the field as well. The fact that this man went and got his mama to be his agent. This man knows what he's worth. And he's doing things his own way and not following the traditional path of a great NFL quarterback. If he wins another MVP, and truth be told, bro, has every chance to win the Super Bowl. If he does that this year, he is the face of the NFL.
The only way I would pick the Baltimore Ravens to win the Super Bowl if they're in it. That's the only way. Right now, I don't even have them get there. Right now, I don't even have them getting there.
Who's going to stop them?
Their sales. We've seen many games when they stop their sales, bro. They sales. That's the only thing I can see. I say the same thing with Philadelphia. I said the only way Philadelphia don't get to the Super Bowl if they stop their sales. And like you said, it's the locker room. It's the locker room. But I feel like Baltimore is more together than everybody else. I just feel like that defense ain't just as great as everybody trying to make it out to be. Because Baltimore is known for more their defense side of the ball. Now they have a weapon on the offense side of the ball. And all we have is Roquan Smith on the defense side of the ball. Humphrey.
I would say this though, bro. Out of the 7 teams in the playoffs in the AFC right now, the 7 teams over there, I honestly feel like there is only one team that can beat the Ravens, and that's the Chiefs. Purely because Patrick Mahomes just makes magic happen, and the people
Andy Reid know how to scheme things up too.
He know that's the only thing. I don't see anybody else being able to beat them. I don't. So when you say if he gets there, like even if they play a bad game, they don't not bad. Let's say they don't play their A game. Let's say they play a B or a B minus. I think they can get past 4 of these teams with a B minus. Now, when you play the Chiefs, you have to play your A game.
You got to play your A game.
You got to be on your A game. But the rest of these teams, bro, they don't really have.
And the Chiefs, and this is the year. I told people this is the year to beat the Chiefs in the playoffs, bro. Yes, they're not as strong on the defense side of the ball.
Yes,
they're not as strong on the defense side of the ball. Now Patrick Mahomes get majority of his weapons back. Hollywood gonna be back for the playoff game.
That's fine. That's fine. If you can hold them, let's say to 30 points, you hold the Chiefs to 30 points.
You think 30 is?
You're not getting less.
You gotta hold them, but you gotta hold them before 28, low 28, bro. You gotta hold them below 28.
I don't think you can. I really do not think you can, especially with Baltimore's secondary. They're a good secondary, but they penalty prone. They're penalty prone.
Yeah,
and bro, and in the league, pass interference,
and you might have to go to Kansas City.
Come on, bro. And you talking about with spot fouls? So you go from a 70-yard drive down to a 40-yard drive. Just
it's already bad enough if you win this game. You got to go to Buffalo if they win.
Come on, bro. Come on, man.
So Come on,
you have to have your A game, but with you having to have your A game, I still feel like it is incredibly possible. Incredibly possible. And then on top of that, if you get past the Chiefs, personally, I think you basically got it. I really think it, because the NFC does not have the quarterbacks that the AFC has. They have better defenses, in my opinion, than the NFC. But Baltimore can handle any of the team: the Lions, the Eagles, the Packers, the Buccaneers, the Commanders, the Rams, the Vikings. They can handle it. If you had to give me an NFC team,
the only team that the Baltimore Ravens would have to have a problem with is Philadelphia. But like I said, Philadelphia has not been pound. If
you had Aiden Hutchinson with the Lions, I would throw them in the group. But the fact that he got hurt changes that dynamic. I really want to put. I'm going to say it. Philly and Detroit
changed a lot.
Those are the only teams that I think could.
All right,
I think the defense of Detroit and the defense of Philly can corral Lamar to the point where he can't break off and slice back and forth across the field to pick up 30 yards. They have the athletes that can actually
do that. Yeah.
That's
and I feel like when Philly lost that Super Bowl and then they picked up Jalen Carter and then they picked up Nolan Smith the next season after losing that Super Bowl, I said they're gonna make sure they get side to side. They're gonna make sure they're able to break out and go in.
Don't forget
and go in.
Don't forget Jordan Davis too, because the man is a monster in the front.
Oh, that's an athlete, bro.
He's an athlete, bro.
Playing D tackle, bro. That's an athlete playing D tackle.
Come on, bro. Yeah.
I forgot what game it was. When I saw 2 dudes trying to block this dude in college, and he still got to the quarterback, and not with effort, effortless. Like went in there effortless. Like, and these 2 dudes, he just walking with 2 dudes on him, and he getting the quarterback. I'm like, dude. That's a monster, bro.
Yeah,
that's a monster, bro. And then the fact that when he saw a running back running to the sideline, He beat the running back to the sideline.
Come on, man. At over 300 pounds, bro.
Like, and my thing is, I played running back in high school, and I'm telling you, I don't want that big ass nigga to hit me at all. Don't even hit me in my DMs, bro. For real, bro. That's a big dude, bro.
Yeah, bro.
That's a big dude, bro. Shoot. Yeah. And I played with some big dudes, bro. And that dude, right? No.
Yeah. I can see that, bro. I can see that.
Man, let's so who you got college playoffs. So we had Notre Dame and Penn State play last night. Notre Dame won that game. Now we got Texas and Ohio State tonight. What's your opinion on this game tonight?
Okay. Did you see Ohio State against Oregon?
Unfortunately. I told people ahead of time. I said when people were saying, "Oh man, Oregon the best team in the league," saying that, I said Oregon has never beaten Ohio State in the Rose Bowl Stadium.
Okay, let me say this: Oregon did get a rough draw. Oregon went undefeated, right? And what their prize for having such an incredible season is, we're going to give you the toughest draw in the entire playoff.
So I had a question with that. When I saw the playoff bracket, I said, why isn't it seeded to the point where it's the lowest and the highest? So the number one seed has the better advantage of getting to the national championship.
Money. I need people to see this. I need views. I need eyes on this game. And if I do it that way, I'm not going to have eyes on this game until a certain point. And then also the eyes that I could get in Idaho, the eyes that I could get in South Bend, the eyes that I can get in State College. If I set these up that way, or the eyes that I can get in Indiana, I'm not going to get them if I put them against a buzzsaw. I'm going to get them for one game and maybe half of that game. But if I create a scenario where
there's a great game in every game.
Come on, bro.
Great
now, granted, it didn't turn out to be that way.
Certain people snuck their way in and got to the point, and then I'm happy with I'm not happy what's in there at this point right now.
Yeah,
but I am happy about how the games are being managed. I'll say that. I won't even say played.
I would say I don't have a problem with the 12 teams that got in. I do not have a problem with that. And I know a lot of people are going to be like, well, this team was better. Look at this game. We should have been in there. We could have did better than that. If you could have did better than that, you should have won your game.
Won your games. And that's all I tell people. I said the only team is only one team. I said, if they just could have got over one game and actually 2 games, and that was the Alabama game and the LSU game. Both games was winnable, both for South Carolina, and they did not win those games. And they wanted to argue about why they ain't in the playoffs. You did not win 2 important games.
Mm-hmm.
These games are 2 important games. If you were the one, those 2 important games, which you had to win, you could win. Those was winnable games. It did like 5 years ago. Those was not winnable games, bro. From South Carolina, those were not winnable games. If you saw LSU on South Carolina's schedule, you already knew they had a loss. Who else they play? They got to play Alabama. Oh, that's 2 losses. Oh, they're not going to no SEC championship. They're not going nowhere. But they had 2 games against 2 powerful teams that could have been winnable. That was winnable. Now, I give them credit with the LSU game. It was a crucial call in that game that I said, oh, this is what we doing now? Like, I did do that like that. But the Alabama game, you just got completely outcoached. You had the game, and the coach said, hey, they can't stop this. Keep it going.
Keep going.
Keep it going. That's the only team that I said that if you would have won them 2 games, you would have been in there, bro. You would have definitely been in there.
You can say that about the other teams that didn't get in too. You can say, Alabama talking about, but we beat Georgia, we did it. But you lost to Kentucky, and you lost to
Vanderbilt.
And Vandy. I mean, come on, bro.
Now, my thing is this: the loss to Vandy is the worst loss that you had on your record.
Is it the worst loss, or is it the worst loss because of the narrative that Vandy holds?
The narrative that Vandy holds. You're not supposed to. Well, I won't even say that. And
Hold
this
on,
nigga gonna cuss me out.
I'm sorry.
This nigga about to cuss me out. This nigga gonna cuss.
I need to correct that. Alabama didn't lose to Kentucky.
No, they didn't.
No, they didn't. I need to correct it. Okay, go ahead.
So, and no knock to Vandy, but when you saw Vandy on the schedule, you already a lot of people felt like, hey, that's a win. You know what I'm saying? That's a win. We're gonna play some smarty hardy dudes. Like they just smart. You know what I'm saying? Like we beast out here.
Yeah.
NIL got Vandy some beast out there.
Diego Pavia.
You know, they got some beasts out there now. Like Vandy look like they gonna they got opportunity to make some noise in the SEC. I won't say compete too much, but they got a possibility to make some noise in the SEC.
They finna get more money too, because this season alone catapulted them. There are gonna be so many people coming out of the rafters and the woodwork like, oh, Vandy good again. Let's go. We finna donate. We finna do everything. Yeah. Yep.
And remember when Derek Mason was there, they was always good on the defense side of the ball when Derek Mason was there. And always good on the defense side. And now to see their offenses, the way they're running their offense and stuff now with their quarterback and the three, the spread, the moving, I say, oh man, they are really just taking what people give them. And we're not trying to make big plays. Just take what they give us.
It's one thing that I wish that they could bring back from Derek Mason. Derek Mason had the best looking uniforms at Vandy, bro. And I know this is like off topic. I know this is like not a part of the subject, but I just want to put that out there, bro. When Derek Mason was at Vandy, bro, I'm not gonna lie. I was like, y'all fresh out there, bro. The whole Deion thing. You look good, you play good. It didn't work for them, but they did look good, man.
Yeah,
I'm sorry. I just wanted to give them their flowers for that. Derek Mason had them boys clean out there, man.
Yeah, them boys that look good. I like that gold and them hooks on the anchors on the
Oh man, the chain nice. Going down the. Come on, bro.
Yeah, that was nice.
Yeah.
So you got Lamar Jackson, but you feel like they're gonna give it to Josh Allen.
I feel like they want to give it to Josh Allen.
I feel like they wanted to give it to Josh Allen too, because I feel like you said, they trying to move the. Like, hey, if we let Lamar Jackson get this, it's going to change a whole lot. But if we let Josh Allen get this, and we gonna get the same kind of, because we got it already. You got to think about it. Bo Nix, Riley Leonard, all these white quarterbacks that's actually running the ball. They're being athletes. You know what I'm saying? Like, so just that alone with a Josh Allen playing like he plays gives them the insight of being that guy. But I feel like Bo Nix probably a better athlete.
This is the problem, though. This is the problem with that agenda. Justin Fields,
right?
Russell Wilson to a lesser extent, and his prime. Russell Wilson was incredible.
Right.
Lamar Jackson, Jaden Daniels, Jalen Hurts, Patrick Mahomes. I feel like Patrick Mahomes is more on the Josh Allen side. They were like, okay, this is fine. He has curly hair. It's gonna be okay. You look at somebody like, and I'm sorry, man. I know that's gonna rub somebody the wrong way, but I'm just saying it's like certain situations they'd be like, "Oh, not him. He's good. We okay with him. We all right with him.
He can come to the party, but he can't really hang out.
Yeah. Like, don't get close to him.
Yeah,
but yeah, he can show up. But like those other quarterbacks that I listed. Like, it's the fact that there are that many just off the top of your head that are changing the way that the quarterback position is played, and they're doing it at such a high level. You're starting to change that narrative of what an NFL quarterback is.
Right.
And they don't want that. They don't want that.
But you go back to that season when we had, I want to say 7 or 8. Or maybe like half of the league was black quarterbacks at one time, and the narratives was changing then. And and that's the year a friend of ours said, "Hey, you notice that Jared Goff and so and so is the top 2 quarterbacks in the league. They don't want them black quarterbacks to be the face of the league.
And then you got people like Cam Ward finna come into the league too.
Yes, and Shador. Now you look at Shador. Shador is a more of a traditional pro quarterback.
Yes. Yes,
he's a traditional pro quarterback. Now he's mobile, but he's more of a. How can I say who he remind me of mobile wise? Because he's not as
okay. They're not the same quarterback. Let me stress that they're not the same quarterback. I'm saying in the mic, they're not the same quarterback. But he puts me in the mind of Donovan McNabb. I'm not gonna run down the field. I'm not gonna kill you with that, but I'm gonna extend this play long enough for my receiver to get
where my receivers need to be. Got it. And I said, even though he had Tom Brady showing him the ropes and training him and everything at the time, I feel like he has the skill set that Tom Brady presents. He just and the athleticism that you could, like you just said, Donovan McNabb presents. I can put the ball where it needs to be. The only thing I feel like if you put Shedeur with a good offensive line, the offensive line where he can sit back there and see what needs to be seen, put what needs to be put, do what I need to be do, he can get the ball where it need to be. Because when I saw him, I forgot what game it was. I want to say first year at Colorado, he threw a ball right over the linebacker head, like and it was point on dot, a dot right on, boom. And I said, "Oh, this boy can play quarterback." If you get him the pieces, and this is why I'm like just nervous, like where is he going to go? Where is he going to go? Please go somewhere where you can shine. Please go somewhere where you can shine. Please go somewhere where they can help you shine.
The problem is the places that need quarterbacks don't have the lines. Both New York teams really need quarterbacks. Don't have the line.
Oakland Raiders, all of Vegas Raiders, they ain't got no line.
Don't have no line.
So now ain't got no line.
Come on, bro. Everyone that needs a quarterback.
There's only one team that has a line, but they already have a quarterback. But they paying him all bunch of money. He ain't played like shit. That's the Cleveland Browns. They have a line.
Cleveland Browns is where quarterbacks go to die. I really hope he doesn't go to Cleveland.
Man, you sound like people said about the Oakland Raiders back in the day.
Nah, man. Bro, what?
Now,
Jameis Winston is the only quarterback I've seen in Cleveland that actually has his head above the water. Now, it's barely above the water, but it's above water. Cleveland is a graveyard for quarterbacks, bro. A graveyard. And I'm not trying to be funny, but I'm just like, how many quarterbacks have they had over the past 20 years?
A lot.
And
they've been picking high a lot.
A lot.
Like you guaranteed for the like it's like possibility that Cleveland Brown was picked top 10 every year. Every year. And that's the sad part because that's what we used to look at Detroit. Detroit is supposed to be number 2. You know what I'm saying? Now Detroit about to pick 30 something.
Exactly, bro. Exactly.
30 something.
And Matthew Stafford was the quarterback that changed that for Detroit. But is Shedeur going to be that quarterback that can change that for Cleveland possibly? Because honestly, Cleveland is one of the destinations that he's slated to land at.
So, all right. With that said, how much of NBA you've been watching?
I'm gonna be honest, bro. I haven't been big on the NBA, bro. It's highlights. I like watching. I like watching highlights.
So you don't like ESPN and you just watch the highlight.
I don't like because the game is really played at the arches now. It's kind of like when football, there's played between the 20s. Yeah. Run down here, shoot, miss. Run down here, shoot, miss. Run down here, shoot. Unless it's Steph. If it's Steph, wherever you at in the parking lot, I'm gonna shoot it and I'm gonna make it. But the game has gotten so fast paced where it's just like shoot, and you don't have the quality of shooters that like. I feel like people think in their mind I'm a better shooter than what I am. Like you're in the league,
because you know why? Because somebody gave them the green light in high school.
But just because I can put the ball up, I don't mean I need to be putting the ball up.
Exactly. But I feel like it done got away from the fundamentals, bro.
It has.
But with that said, I'm gonna ask you a question. I asked the guy a question this today.
Okay.
That's the guy at the barbershop business. You remember when the Spurs was winning all those championships?
Mm-hmm.
Were you ever one of the ones that said, "Damn, the Spurs play too slow"?
Never.
I felt like the Spurs were too much of a fundamental team at one point, to the point where it was like you watched them, it was like somebody gonna dunk, no, but they're gonna win.
That's the point. That's the point.
And you look at the Spurs now versus where they were. They had a point guard. They had a defensive scoring shooting guard. He had to play defense. They made sure they had a small forward, and they was going to be strong in the inside, rebounding and getting buckets and playing defense in the paint. When you look at the NBA now, don't nobody want to get in the paint.
Don't nobody want to play defense.
Ain't nobody want to play defense. And the only time you see in defense is somebody trying to block a dunk or thing, like they don't get to slide their feet. But I say that to say, I watched Kevin Garnett's podcast. And he had T-Mac on there a couple days ago. I'm a huge T-Mac fan. T-Mac fan. Been watching T-Mac since he got in the league, since he was with the Raptors. And I was like, something about this guy. I think he's just going to be special. And when he went to Orlando, he became special. Very special. And I was like, I knew it. I knew he was good. Like that. So just that alone, he was asked, do you even watch? He said, no. He said, no, I don't watch the game. And I said, hold on. The league, the team, the league that put you where you are, you don't watch it no more?
Yep.
And Kevin Durant said, man, I barely watch games too. Kevin Garnett. He said, I barely watch. I'm like, you know what? So I started looking to see what was going on. And then when I saw that Cleveland Cavaliers was the number one team in the NBA, I say, really? What are you trying to sell me? Really? And then I started looking at a lot of things, and I heard, I think it was Kwame Brown that said that LeBron James is going to, it was Kwame Brown, said he was going to leave the league worse than he found it. And then the statement stood in my head, and I was like, okay. Because I used to be excited about watching the NBA. I used to be excited about seeing the Knicks play Miami because I knew somebody was going to get punched in the face. I used to like watching the Lakers versus the Sacramento Kings. Kings. I'm saying Sacramento Kings because I know it's just about to be a dog fight, bro.
Bibby, Weber, all that.
Come on, bro. I used to like watching the Supersonics, bro. When they had teams, the Timberwolves.
I used to love watching.
When the talent was spread around, bro. We enjoyed basketball, bro. When the talent was spread around.
I think it goes further than that, bro. Like everything is a penalty now. Everything is a foul now. Bro, Draymond Green is a polarizing player in the NBA now because of the way he plays.
Right.
Draymond Green 10 years ago is an average player. Not average as far as talent, but the way that he plays.
I think you say 10 years ago he would have just been an average player?
Yeah, they were like, that's just what they do. He's not a bad boy.
Right. He wouldn't have been a bad boy. No.
He's not a bad boy.
No, he wouldn't.
Now
he would have been he would have been that guy. They would have said, hey, get on Rodman. Yeah. You and that nigga fight. You and that nigga fight all night. And they would have let y'all do it. Because guess what? We was gonna watch. Draymond Green about to play Rodman. Draymond Green about to play Rodman. They gonna go at it tonight. They can go at it tonight. You know what I'm saying? And that's what you look for. You didn't care that the fact that these guys, like I'm gonna be honest with you. And just we can probably touch on a little bit of this in the next time because we got a short period of time left. So for me, Rodman, Malone, Miller, David Robson, those kind of players, even Sean Kemp, those are kind of players that I admired when I was growing up. But you want to know what a player that I always loved, but never like I wasn't a huge fan, but I liked him more than the other player on his team was Scottie Pippen.
Really? Okay, elaborate on that.
I ain't got but 5 minutes. So
give me the cliff notes. Give me the cliff notes.
he's more complete of a ball player than the other players were on his team. He can play defense. He can play offense. He can guard the best player on your team. He can score just as much as the other player on his team because he scored on that team. On that team, he was the second name guy on that team, but he was just as good as the guy they had as the number one guy on that team.
That makes sense to me. I'm gonna give you an example, and this is gonna be a crude example, but I'm gonna give you an example. I saw a meme on Instagram, and it was like, it's time for people to recognize that Kidd was the face of Kid and Play, but Play was the talent. And I feel like that's what you're saying in this scenario. Jordan was the face of the Bulls, but Pippen was like that super talented player that helped things go. Not saying that he was the engine or anything like that, but the team flowed because he was there. I feel like that's what you're saying.
Yeah.
And I don't have a problem with that. I don't have a problem with that. Jordan was the face of the team, and that's not taking anything away from Jordan. In my mind, Jordan is the GOAT. There is no discussion.
And to close out, somebody asked me, well, how many championships he won without Jordan? And I asked, how many championships did Jordan win without Pippen? Because they didn't play together all their whole career.
They did. And
it seems like night needed day.
So, but we're gonna close out with that, day. I'm writing that one down. Writing that one down.
I really appreciate my boy Josh. We're gonna try to do this like every week if possible, bro. And
I'm with it, bro. I'm with it.
So anything, we'll elaborate on a little bit more of the NBA next week because we get into that season. You know what I'm saying? I don't usually start watching the NBA until the play All-Star break, anyways. So I mean, and I'm only watching the games that's competing for the championships. I'm the only team I'm really watching because I need to see why you where you are. If you have the talent, if you have the bench, if you have the personnel to get to where it needs to be, and I can point and say, "Hey, nah, they ain't gonna make it. They ain't got this. Oh, dude got hurt. Oh yeah, they done." Like, you know, stuff like that. So we'll elaborate on the NBA and everything like that. So any last words, Josh?
Bro, I had a blast, man. I appreciate you bringing me on. I hope I did ruffle some feathers, but not too many feathers. That's the way I see it. I feel like that's a safe middle ground.
Okay, bro. We entitled to our opinion, bro. And opinions are like assholes. I just don't white mine. That's all. That's it.
I got you, bro.
Y'all, good night, good day, wherever you at. Appreciate you. Love you. Peace.